There's got to be some accountability, man. We got to start thinking.
That's
That's the whole thing that bothers me about us as a people. And I'm not meaning, I'm talking about of Elohim. I'm not talking about a race of people.
That's right.
I'm saying people in general.
That's right.
We have got to start thinking. It don't make no sense. You go to college, get a degree, go and make this money. But when you go to church on Sunday and Wednesday, you ain't thinking. How much sense does that make? That's the most important time to start thinking. Because you're being fed something. And you will in turn feed your children.
Yep.
Very good.
Your offspring. Whatever's in you, they're going
Emulate,
Piggyback.
portray.
to, come on, mimic.
Yep.
That's what they're going to do.
Very key.
Why is that? Yeah. Why she doing that? I can't believe he over there. Why you do it?
That's right. They're going to ask you, why you do it?
Why you do it?
So to get back to your question, this is a long way around, I know, to get answers, and you're getting several answers, and that's good, because you're gonna gather your own
That's right.
perspective.
Amen.
But the point I wanted to make
Yeah.
was that, when you get something new, you always take it slow.
Yeah.
When you're gonna try a fruit
That's
for the
right, very
first
good.
time
That's
that you haven't tried, you wanna try this, you look at it funny, you smell it, you do all you got to do.
Yep.
That's good.
And you should, because you're not stupid, to try to figure out,
That's good.
do I want this? Is it good for me? What's going to cause me to indulge? And once you do, you take little, you don't put the whole thing in your mouth unless you're crazy. 'Cause you want to try it out. You want to try it out. So you do small
That's
pieces.
right. Very good.
So this is what you do to this. You
That's
just
good.
take it, and and it isn't about religion, because that's what we want to cut away. It is truly about a relationship.
Come on.
Yeah.
And so
Very
once you
good.
have a relationship with the Father as a son, the answers will come.
Yep.
When if you are your father,
Yes.
okay, the answers will come. So when you become a
Sure.
parent,
Sure.
and you wake up day one for the man, he wakes up a dad the day she delivers. Okay, it's on. That's what you've done. Here it
Amen.
is, right?
Yeah.
But it's day by day that you learn. You don't know how to be a father. Don't come with a man. You can read all the books you want to.
Right.
Every
Yeah,
child's gonna be
experience.
different and
Yeah.
gonna give you
Yeah.
something different. Have more than one, and you'll have two experiences differently.
Come on.
Okay?
That is so
That's
true.
just what it is. We didn't have but
That's
one.
right.
We
That's
won't.
so
We
true.
won't know.
That's so
We didn't have but one, but I'm just saying. I know they're all
Yeah.
different. I have siblings. So, but my thing is, you go slow, and you take it in stride, and you have a relationship. You work on your relationship with the Father, who loves you and will open you up.
Amen.
But one thing you have to be is
Amen.
open-minded. If
Open.
you're ever closed-minded, they can never put a new concept
Never
there.
talk.
That's right.
Never. And so that's how you got to do with people. And your question was, I know the most crowded road is Jesus Christ and all that, and the religion and going to church and all that. That's the crowded road.
Sure.
But even the Bible would explain that. It said the crowded road is the least traveled.
Why is the
I mean, it's the heaviest traveled.
Heavy.
The least traveled is the least
Narrow is
traveled
the
road
way.
is narrow.
That's right.
And it's very few that find life on that road.
Very good.
And so that makes sense right there, right? So
That's right.
no wonder everybody's going, okay, that's the first sign that you need to look into.
Sure.
You need to at least
That's
taste
good.
Wherever the
it.
majority.
But just to try to get you something else. And it's okay to be open. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to say, I'm sick of all of it because I've been there. But your relationship with your Father is what's going to give you a true answer.
Right.
Because he going to keep feeding you. You're going to
Yes.
keep bumping in people. You're going to keep, if you got a relationship and you open,
Definitely.
that's what it
I
will
feel
take.
I feel like God, when you talk about the people rural less traveled, I know a lot of pastors and ministries operate totally differently. Like a lot of people,
Mhm.
I've grown out of religion and ran into more pastors who talk more about relationship.
That's
Yes.
good.
You know what I mean? And not so about going to church on Sunday.
Come on.
Yes.
I
Come
grew out
on.
of that. So when you talk
Come
about
on.
divination,
Mhm.
and his relationship, I had the same type of experience in college.
Right.
So it's
Sure.
like my only thing is, given the stuff that I've learned thus far, is I don't think it's you can't discredit the encounter people
Sure.
have when they're walking that way.
That's right.
Because I know I had an experience with Christ.
Come on.
Right.
And Christ, God, Jesus,
Jesus,
Holy
all of
Spirit.
that.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
of
I
it.
feel
God,
like
God.
I'm following.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm
That's
being
right.
led by the Spirit. That's
That's right.
what I pray. I pray God answers. And it's like, I don't think we should discredit our humble beginnings.
Right.
And the people who are traveling that long
Traveling
road.
that
I think
road.
they're able to be reached.
Yeah.
And
That's
everybody's going to reach a different standpoint in their walk.
Exactly.
I think
Well, the
what
key word he said a while ago was
Absolutely.
patient.
you gotta be, and that's why I said patient.
Yeah.
Because when you have experienced it,
That's
you
right.
ain't so quick to judge it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
'Cause I've experienced it. See, I used to be a drug addict. That's why you'll never hear me talk about somebody who's a drug addict. Oh, they ain't no good. They songs up. No, you won't hear me say that. I have empathy.
Yeah.
I sympathize with them. I say,
Yeah.
because I know it ain't drugs. I know it's
Yeah.
something else. I know they've been hurt,
Yeah.
and they got to get healed from that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying, and when they're in religion, you can't be judgmental. You got to be say, hey man, this may sound crazy. I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it.
Cool. Okay.
I get it.
Cool.
Mhm.
Good. I'm down. I was asking. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
That's
sir.
what- that's what-
Yes, sir. I want to talk about your experience when you get some time.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
But when I had it, it's awesome as out of body, man.
Yes, sir.
It blew my mind.
Yeah.
Yes,
Blew
sir.
my mind totally, man.
Great word.
Yes, sir.
Great word. Anybody else have any questions, Q&A answers, or anybody? Okay. With that saying, you ready?
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just, the internet kind of spoke to me this week as far as, you know what I'm saying, my, me growing my growth. Like I said, accountability, the word at work came to me, you know what I'm saying? Another form of responsibility. And how, you know what I'm saying, the Sefer also like, emphasizes, you know what I'm saying, we're not meant to be alone. Man's not meant to be alone. We're all responsible for each other. We're all responsible for, like, iron sharpens iron. We responsible for each other's growth. You know what I'm saying? For each other, even each other.
Let me ask you a question. Excuse me for cutting y'all.
Yes, sir. No.
But you as a young man, I introduced you, your father introduced you to this word here, which is a sefer. Now, we've been in several different versions of Bibles since you were small. What difference do you see as a young man? You're 31 today. What can you tell young people as well as older people? What difference do you see in the sefer as opposed as the other versions of Bibles you have read throughout the years?
Honestly, I guess I'm still learning. I don't have all the answers, but based on me, because I do care. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they just do things and don't have their heart into it, so they don't really put a lot of attention to detail. But I genuinely care, and I care about the well-being because I do believe the well-being of my peers. But the difference is, I see, like you said, the lost books, which can tie together certain circumstances, certain things. Certain books explain more, give more detail into more things such as spirits. Because we're not, it just says if you truly believe, we're not battling against flesh and blood.
That's
you know what I'm saying? We're battling
Come on.
spirits.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's
in order to, how do you fight something if you don't truly understand it? You
That's
know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's
You
right.
can't fight something if you don't really understand it. And this book, you know what I'm saying, the teaching expounds on those things and continues to teach, because otherwise people are going halfway and they're always hungry because they're not getting the full message. You're not getting the full meal. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And I feel a lot of churches are doing, like you're saying, it's preaching this message of lies, such as, you know what I'm saying, even a small lie is a big lie when it comes to his name. His name is a derivative of, you know what I'm saying, Jesus is a derivative of, in my research, a derivative of something hateful. You know what I'm saying? Based on this country, based on the past, it's a form of white supremacy.
But before we get started here, let's get everybody to understand here. See, one thing we do not do is research. First of all, how did it get started? Where did the name Jesus come from? That's what we want to get established today. We don't want to just get caught up into traditions and religions.
Yes,
We
sir.
want to be taught
Yes, sir.
and taught very well. Let me expound on that. Give me a few minutes of your time, son.
Yeah.
Where it all started at is my brother spoke about a man by the name of Saul, which was Paul.
Yes, sir.
Well, how did his name become? He was Saul and Paul. I'm glad you asked. How his name became Paul? Paul was a religious guy. What we're talking about now, religion. He was into religions. What was he doing?
Come on.
He was going around killing what they call Christians, but it's actually the Mashiachs. He was going around killing the Mashiachs because he was up on the law and he felt like his way was the right way. He was headed into a city called Damascus
Yes, he was.
to destroy them, to kill them. But while he was on his way to Damascus, he was knocked off his horse.
Come on.
By who? The Bible says he was not off. This Bible says, that your Bible's going to say Jesus, but this Bible says Yahushua spoke to him and said, Paul, Paul, why are you persecuting the Messiah? So he said, Father, who are you? Who are you, Lord? Who are you? He blinded him, and to show him, he had to send him into another city. Other people were with him, accompanied with him, but they could not see what he'd seen. But to make a long story short, he went into another city, and Cornelius took the blinders off his eyes. In other words, what religion does, it blinds you.
Come on.
He took the gospel where? He was the first one to preach to the Gentiles. He went into Rome. That's where the Roman Catholic Church began, was in Rome. If anybody know anything about the Grecians, the Romans, or who they are, they were paganists. The Romans were paganists. The Grecians were paganists. Names as Constantine,
Yes.
the Julius Caesars, and all these names were paganists. The councils of Nicaea, Trent, Constantinople, do your studies. Why did these people have these councils or meetings in the Vatican and throughout that Mediterranean area? Because they wanted to distort this word, deviate from truth.
Come on.
So what I'm trying to get you to see, yes, me personally, I have had miraculous experiences with the name Jesus. And the Lord have mercy on me because, I just didn't know no better. But I've had experiences. I've cast out demons in that name. But the Lord said, son, I got to show you what my real name is.
It's a process.
It's a process, just like
Yes,
you
sir.
said.
People think because you find it, it
It's
stops.
just like what you were talking
It doesn't stop.
That's right. It's a process.
Continue to
And
learn.
with you today, it's a process. And you're saying, well, I've seen many things happen in his name. Yeah, but he's taking you to another level. What I'm trying to get you to see, he's taking you to another level.
And that's why people see dormancy. You know what I'm saying? Stagnation in churches where they're not getting anywhere because they
That's
stop
right.
studying. You
And
know
it
what
goes
I'm
back to accountability.
saying? Accountability.
Yeah.
That's right.
What
That's
happens,
right.
what
Yeah.
happens if there's a dormancy?
People are stuck.
Yeah.
Stuff,
Right.
that's right.
And that's when
Well,
they get
wait,
discouraged.
wait a minute,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
no, but I want to.
That's all right.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
right.
yeah, you
What I'm
good.
trying to get him, I want him to think.
That's
different.
right.
Definitely.
Amen.
If they are stuck, that mean they ain't moving.
Yeah.
That's right.
If a baby ain't moving in the womb, what's wrong with him?
About
Anything
that.
could be wrong.
That had
Something's
died.
wrong.
Yeah, something's very wrong.
Let's go a little. Let's think. I want
Yeah.
you to think. He could be dead.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's my whole point.
yeah.
You'll die.
Amen.
That's
That's
the whole
good.
point. And this is what I'm talking about us